Hello and welcome back to the Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl Association State Championships. We are back here at the Arkansas PBS studios for Quiz Bowl 2021. I'm Dawn Scott, and so far today we've seen 4 of the slated 7 matches, and we've got more to come. Right now, over at the University of Central Arkansas, our teams are taking their places and they're getting final instructions for the 5A State Championship featuring the high schools from Morrilton and Vilonia. Let's turn now to our commentator, Bill Davis. And what can you tell us about this match, Bill?
A couple of words come to mind for me, and one is experience. Morrilton, I think, has been here more times than anyone. If anyone's been here more than them, it would be Fort Smith, Northside, or perhaps Benton. But they've been here. At one time, I remember they were here 9 years in a row. The other thing I think about is balance. Both of these teams will be coached where you will see answers coming from almost every one of the players. I'll be surprised if not all 5 of the contestants aren't answering, so there's balance. It's going to be an exciting game. It'll move very, very fast.
Can't wait to watch it. Bill, thanks so much. It seems we're about ready to begin our match, so let's meet the teams. Okay, for Morrilton, we have senior Grace Hendricks, senior Emery Wilson, senior Daniel Zhang, and sophomore Grail Pruitt. The captain is senior Jackson Brown, and the substitute player is sophomore Will Mobley. Brad Parks is their coach. And for Vilonia, we have senior Gabriel Goodwin, senior Lucas Yarborough, junior John Schultz, and sophomore Eric Amold. The captain is senior Caitlin Oldie, and the substitutes include senior David Adams, senior Matt Goodwin, junior Sadie Bomar, and sophomore Gabriel McLaughlin. Their coach is Marilyn Pond, and assistant coach is Melba Cawthon. And we want to thank our volunteer judges today for giving their time. They include Melinda Pitts, Nita Wimberly, Barry Burns, Vicki Johnson, Carolyn Schrei, and Sandra Elliott is our scorekeeper. We've met our competitors. It is time now to turn it over to our quizmaster, Steve Patterson, to find out who's going to be our 5A Quiz Bowl champion. Steve, take it away.
Thank you, Dawn. It has been an exciting day here at Arkansas PBS, and we're excited now to see these 5A folks, Morrilton versus Vilonia. And here in just a few short minutes, one of them will be crowned our 5A runner-up, and one special group of young people will be our 5A state champion in Quiz Bowl 2021. So I wish both teams good luck. We're going to go ahead and get started with our questions. And here's our first toss-up for both teams. Based on the author's first-hand experience of trench warfare in World War I. All right, Jason.
Hemingway?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Hemingway?
No. It realistically chronicles the hardships endured by a group of young German soldiers, the most sensitive of whom is killed shortly before the armistice. Identify this 1929 novel by Eric Maria Remarque. All right, Vilonia, that's going to be Eric.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
You're right. Question number 2. An extremely stable ball-shaped carbon molecule whose structure looks like a geodesic dome. Name this substance, which is believed to occur naturally in soot and was the first fullerene to be discovered. Okay, the answer there was Buckminster fullerene, named after Buckminster Fuller, of course. All right, question number 3. B.F. Skinner was one of the first researchers to use a training technique that involved presenting an animal with a reward at the same time that a lever was pushed. Over time, the animal learned that the two things were connected. All right, that's going to be Jackson.
Operant conditioning?
Jackson, you're absolutely right. And thank you for giving me a minute to get your name right. All right. Question number 4 is going to be math computation. All right, here's the math. We've got 20 seconds on the clock for you, and it says this. Give the result of the expression, the quantity x squared plus 24x plus 143 divided by the quantity x plus 13. All right, Grace?
Quantity x plus 11, close quantity.
You're absolutely right, Grace. Thank you. All right, question number 5. What American fiction writer, best known for his celebrated and prolific output in the adventure and science fiction genres, created Mars adventurer John Carter and a jungle hero he named Tarzan? All right, that's going to be Daniel.
Kipling?
No. Our other team? No, the correct answer is Edgar Rice Burroughs. All right, question number 6. Researchers use these when testing new drugs, giving them to some participants while others... All right, that's going to be Eric.
Placebo.
Eric, you could have gone one of two directions, and placebo was the right way to go. Okay, question number 7. The Sultan was given absolute authority over his people in this Islamic-run superpower. All right, it looks like that's going to be Grail.
Ottoman Empire?
Yes, good job, Grail. Number 8, what word starting with the letter B describes the parallel sides of a trapezoid? Okay, Caitlin?
Bases.
Bases is correct. Question number 9. Queen Victoria said of his death in 1870, "It is a very great loss. He had the strongest sympathy with the poorer classes." To what beloved Victorian-era novelist and social critic? All right, looks like Eric has buzzed in.
Dickens.
Yes. What term refers to the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 pound? Okay, Caitlin.
Specific heat.
That's correct. This national park is located in Navajo and Apache counties in northeastern Arizona. Name this park, known for its fossils, especially those... Okay, Jackson.
Petrified Forest?
Yes. All right, that takes us to question number 12. What lengthy piece of music, usually having four movements, is written for a full orchestra? Okay, Eric.
Symphony.
Yes. What does the second derivative of a function tell you about the function? All right, that was Grace.
It's concavity.
Yes, I'll accept that. The function is concave up to that point, would be the specific answer. This Russian novelist wrote The Gambler, ironically as a solution, Emery.
Dostoevsky.
Yes. Which law states that the enthalpy change in a reaction is the same regardless of whether it takes place in a single step or a series of steps? All right, that is Grace.
Hess's law.
Yes. Number 16. This military formation consisted of a block of heavily armed... Okay, very quickly, Eric.
Phalanx.
Eric, you're right. Math computation to celebrate that right answer. All right, here we go. Give the x, y coordinates of the midpoint of a segment whose endpoints are -8, 7 and 2, 15. Grace.
-3, 11.
Yes. All right, the Constitution prohibits these kinds of laws which seek to retroactively. Okay, that's Eric.
Poll taxes.
No, retroactively punish someone for a criminal act which was not a crime when it was committed. What legal term meaning after the fact is used to describe it? All right, that's going to be Daniel.
Aftermath.
No, it's ex post facto. All right. A deep interest in wildlife from childhood led her to a long career. Jackson.
Jane Goodall.
Jackson, say it for me again.
Jane Goodall.
No. Long career with the U.S. Bureau of Fisheries. Identify this pioneering environmentalist, author of The Sea Around Us, who brought worldwide attention to environmental pollutants with her 1962 book, Silent Spring. Okay, that's Caitlin.
Carson.
Yes. By 1904, Russia and Japan had endured several years of disputes over control of Manchuria, which eventually led to the Russo-Japanese War. Okay, that's going to be Jackson.
The Treaty of Portsmouth.
Yes. And that was the final question of round one, Jackson, so good job. All right, now, coaches, do we agree with our score? A very tight game, Morrilton 90 and Vilonia 80. Caitlin, do y'all agree with that score? Good. Jackson? All right, so what we need to know is, are we going to make any substitutions at this point? None for Vilonia? And none for Morrilton. All right, then we're going to jump straight into round two, where if you get a toss-up question right, your team gets a chance at a five-point bonuses. There are 4 of those, as you know. All right, so here's the first toss-up question for both schools. He is one of the principal deities of Hinduism and the supreme being of absolute truth in the Hindu tradition. Name this deity known as the Preserver. All right, that's Eric.
Vishnu.
Eric, you've won your team a bonus. And Caitlin, I'll take all my answers from you. All right. Are you gathering your folks around you here?
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Your bonus is called snakes. Snakes. Such a lovely subject. Okay. Identify the following snakes. The venom of this snake, the most poisonous in North America, attacks the nervous system.
What is
Diamondback rattlesnake.
Diamondback rattlesnake?
No. This snake can produce enough venom to kill an elephant. Identify this snake, the largest of all venomous snakes.
Black mamba? Black mamba?
No. This large semi-aquatic member of the boa family of tropical South America holds the record as the largest of all snakes.
Anaconda?
Yes. This long, venomous snake of Africa is named for the color of the inside of its mouth rather than its scales.
Black mamba?
Yes. So, Caitlin, you got 2 of those correct. The 2 that you did not get correct, the venom of the snake, the most poisonous in North America is the coral snake. And the other one, the largest of all the venomous snakes, is the king cobra. King cobra. Well, we still have 3 bonus questions to go. Let's see if we can get it with this toss-up question for both schools. Ready? What word, starting with the letter D, describes the portion of the quadratic formula within the radical? All right, that's going to be Caitlin.
Discriminate.
Caitlin, good job. You have earned your team a bonus. And let's find that question. All right, it's called World Geography. World Geography. Identify the capitals of the following Central and South American nations. Okay, the first is Suriname.
What's it called?
Answer, please.
Paramaribo.
I'm going to defer to Eric.
Paramaribo.
Yes. Belize.
What is it?
Answer, please.
Belize City.
Okay, say it again.
Belize City.
No. Costa Rica. Answer, please.
San Juan.
No. And El Salvador.
San Salvador.
That one is correct. So once again, 2 out of the 4. Good job. Those are 5 points each, so a total of 10. Now, the ones you missed, Belize is Belmopan, and Costa Rica is San Jose. San Jose. All right. We have 2 bonuses left. Let's see who can get this toss-up question to get the bonus. According to a Carl Sandburg poem, what atmospheric substance comes in on little cat feet? And, all right, that's going to be Jackson.
Fog.
Fog is correct. All right, Jackson, you've earned life science as your bonus category. Answer the following about plants. Are you ready? Jackson, you ready? Okay. Vascular tissue that transports sap in plants.
Is that xylem or phloem?
Well, xylem is water.
Answer, please.
Phloem.
Answer phloem.
Yes. Vascular tissue that transports water and minerals in plants.
Answer xylem.
Yes. Material that composes the cell walls of plants.
Is it the vacuum?
It's not a material.
Okay.
Lipids.
Answer, please.
Answer lipid.
No. And growth response in plants caused by outside stimulus.
Tropism?
Yeah.
Tropism?
Answer tropism.
Yes. And the one that you didn't get correct was cellulose. Cellulose. All right. We have one bonus left. Let's see if we can get it with this toss-up question. This Scottish chemist is known for work that produced Gabriel.
Fleming.
No. They produced a whole new group to the periodic table, most frequently referred to as the noble gases. Name this man who won the 1904 Nobel Prize for Chemistry. All right, Grace?
Ramsey.
Yes. So we are going to give you the 4th bonus, and it's called American Composers. American Composers. All right, name the composers of the following well-known American musical classics. Rhapsody in Blue.
Gershwin.
Answer Gershwin.
Yes. Appalachian Spring.
Answer Copeland.
Yes. God Bless America.
Sosa.
Sure, yeah.
Answer Sosa.
No. And Your Grand Old Flag.
Berlin, I don't know.
Answer Sosa.
That one is George M. Cohan. God Bless America was written by Irving Berlin. All right. Now, you have taken us out of round 2 unless there's a challenge over any of the bonus questions. Right now I show the scores being Morrilton 135 and Vilonia 120. So do we have any challenges? Caitlin says no. Jackson says no. Okay. Then I'm going to read the 3 categories to you, and Vilonia, you'll have the first choice of our 3 categories, and both schools will have 1 minute to decide which category they want. All right, the first one available to you is called scientific measure. Give the physical unit which is measured using the following SI units. World religions. Identify the individual who is recognized as the founder of the following world religions. And number 3 category is vice presidents. Identify the individual who served as vice president under the following presidents. Teams, you have 1 minute to decide.
All right, this match is taking off. We've made it to the lightning round. Bill, tell us what we can expect from this round as the students are making their decision.
Well, what we had expected at the beginning has come true. Have you noticed how many of these students are answering, and it's not just a one-man team on either one? All 3 of those that Steve just read are categories that Quiz Bowl teams habitually study. The SI units, the vice presidents, so we'll see a lot of points come out of this particular round. I might also interject that the 20 seconds that these students are given to solve these math questions, they have to really be prepared for that because they have nothing but a pencil and piece of paper and their mind. And most of them are solving them without pencil and paper.
And the lightning round often determines the winner.
Very, very important round. It will often flip it. Now, we know that since Vilonia is behind, they'll get the first choice. If they can gain, then these 2 teams will be very, very close when they go into the fourth quarter. And there's 20 questions left in the fourth quarter. That's 200 points. But often the 60-second round determines the winner. So let's watch real close and see how they go. I'm going to predict that one or both of these will run one of these 60-second rounds, and they'll get a 20-point bonus.
Well, I can't wait to see, and it looks like the students are making their decisions. We want to go back to our quiz master, Steve.
Well, welcome back to our very exciting 5A state championship game. We're here in the studios of Arkansas PBS, and we've had a great game so far, and this lightning round is going to be another great time. Caitlin, I'm going to call upon you. I don't know if she can hear me or not. There she goes. Caitlin, what topic did y'all pick?
Scientific measure.
Scientific measure for Vilonia, okay. And Jackson.
Vice presidents.
Vice presidents, all right, that's Morrilton. Now, as you remember from playing at our regional and then the state level to get here today, we're not really timing this as a 60-second round here at AETN. We're giving you 5 seconds per question, and just as we did at the regional and state. And you have that opportunity now to answer, but I need your answer within those 5 seconds, okay? Caitlin, we're going to let you go first with your team. Are y'all going to gather around again? There they go. All right, you picked scientific measure, and the descriptor for that says give the physical unit which is measured using the following SI units. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Ampere.
No, electrical current.
Electrical current.
Yes, candela.
Light.
No, hertz.
Frequency.
Yes, Kelvin.
Temperature.
More specific.
Temperature.
Absolute temperature.
No, becquerel. Answer, please.
Wait.
Weight.
No, kilogram.
No, mass.
Mass.
Yes. Meter.
Length.
Yes. Newton.
Force.
Yes. Pascal.
Pressure.
Yes. Second.
Time.
Yes. All right. I have that they got 8 out of the 10, which for a total of 80 points for Vilonia. Now, you had 2 that you weren't able to get, and those don't bounce over this year. So, looks like there were 3, Jackson. I see you holding up 3. Candela was luminous intensity. Kelvin was thermodynamic temperature. And then the Becquerel was radioactivity. All right, now, 70 points is a great score for the lightning round. Morrilton, you have a chance to do equally well, or even better perhaps, with your category called Vice President. Jackson, are you giving the answers here?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. It says to identify the individual who served as Vice President under the following presidents. Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge, Dawes.
Answer Dawes.
Yes. George Herbert Walker Bush.
HW, that's Dan Quayle.
Answer Quayle.
Yes. Gerald Rudolph Ford.
Rockefeller.
Answer Rockefeller.
Yes. Harry S. Truman.
Truman, Barkley.
Answer Barkley.
Yes. Herbert Clark Hoover.
Hoover. Curtis.
Answer Curtis.
Yes. James Monroe.
Clinton.
Answer Clinton.
No. John Adams.
Jefferson.
Answer Jefferson.
Yes. Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Humphrey.
Answer Humphrey.
Yes. Ronald Wilson Reagan.
HW.
Answer H.W. Bush.
Yes. And Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt, Fairbanks.
Answer Fairbanks.
Yes. Very good. I got that you got 9 correct. The one that was missed, James Monroe, is Daniel Tompkins. All right, so a total of 90 points for Morrilton on that category. Good job. Both teams did quite well. Do we have any challenges over those?
Yes.
Who is saying yes?
Morrilton.
Okay, Jackson, y'all are going to challenge? All right, we'll allow them a chance to fill out their paperwork and to turn that in. And while we do so, we'll take a short break.
It looks like we have a challenge. So, Bill, what can you tell us about the protocol here? What do these teams do?
Well, what happens is the coach will lodge a challenge. That challenge has to be handled within 5 minutes. That's what but they also have to present proof. It has to be substantial proof. It can't be just somebody's word saying there's 2 answers. Team members at this time do not get involved. A lot of this, the research is from players, students that we don't see on the camera that are researching this, saying this should have been accepted or this should not have been accepted. And in a match this close, 10 points can make a difference. I won't be surprised at all if this game is not determined by 10 points. So the challenge is really important. It should not take up a lot of time. The flow of the game should continue. This being in this lightning round where they have to give it, it's probably about how was something pronounced, and the judges that are watching these games have to pay real close attention to pronunciation. And the other thing is maybe somebody gave a partial answer. Steve's questions said you had to give this much, but it's possible they may have proof that says, wait a minute, our answer was correct to a point.
All right, well, let's go find out the outcome of this. We'll send things back over to our Quizmaster, Steve.
We had a challenge first from Vilonia about the thermodynamic temperature. And our judges have ruled that the chemistry book that they were presented said Kelvin is the unit for temperature. Didn't have the word thermodynamic with it. And so they have awarded 10 points to Vilonia, which we have just done on the board. And then there was a challenge by Morrilton that simply affirmed the original challenge that was given. So no points taken or denied on that challenge. Okay, so at the end of 3 rounds of play, a very good, very tight game here from these great young people. Morrilton is leading the game after 3 of the 4 rounds. They are at 225 and Vilonia is at 200. So a 25-point game with 200 points up for grabs. That's the way that these games ought to go right there. All right, now, Jackson and Caitlin, I need to know, do you plan to make any substitutions here before we start? None? All right. We're ready to go then with round 4, the final round of our 5A state championship for 2021. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. This term got its name from the anteroom outside the chamber in which legislators vote on public bills. What name is given to the group of individuals often paid? That's going to be Emery.
Lobbyist.
You're right, Emery. Question 32. In what kind of symbiotic relationship does one organism derive benefit while causing little or no harm? All right, and that's going to be Daniel.
Mutualism.
No. While causing little or no harm to the other. All right, that's going to be Caitlin.
Symbiosis.
No, it's commensalism. All right, of all the sports played in the United States, which one has the highest paid athletes? Okay, that is Jackson.
NFL.
No. And Derek.
NBA.
Yes.
NBA.
John Muir founded this organization in 1892. Name this San Francisco-based organization one of the first large-scale environmental preservation organizations in the world, which currently engages in lobbying politicians to promote environmentalist policies. Okay, that turned out to be John.
Sierra Club.
Yes, good job. Marcel Duchamp was the leader of what 20th century art movement that took its name from the French word for hobby horse? Okay, Caitlin?
Fauvism.
No. Okay, Daniel?
Abstract.
No, it is Dadaism. Dadaism. Let's do a math computation. If the volume of a given sphere is 100 cubic units, what would the resultant volume be if the radius of the same sphere were doubled in length? Okay, Grace.
It would then be 800 cubic units.
That's correct. A little drawn out, but correct. All right. Question number 37. After a prophecy is fulfilled, one figure in this work asks, "Can the devil speak true?" In which play do certain characters plot to murder King Duncan after the... Okay, Emery?
Macbeth.
Yes. This instrument is used for detecting or measuring small electric currents or determining their strength. Name this instrument which measures the movements of a magnetic needle or a coil in a magnetic field. Okay, that's Eric.
Ampometer.
No. And that is Emery.
Polygraph.
No, it's a galvanometer. Galvanometer. This river runs through Hell's Canyon and contains Twin Falls and Shoshone Falls. Name this river, which is formed by runoff from Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and Oregon, with its biggest tributary being the Columbia River. Okay, Jackson.
Snake.
Jackson, you're right. In Roman Catholic and Protestant churches, what Christian festival commemorates the adoration of the infant Jesus by the three wise men? Okay, Caitlin.
Three Kings Day.
No, who had come from the east? Okay, Jackson.
Epiphany.
That's correct. Let's do a math computation. All right, what is the indefinite integral of the following function? F prime of x equals 6x squared plus 2x plus 1 dx. All right, that's going to be Caitlin.
2x cubed plus x squared plus x plus c.
Caitlin, you're right on the money. Number 42. This 1915 short novel includes the line, "His numerous legs, which were pitifully thin." Okay, Daniel.
The Metamorphosis.
Yes. Question 43. These clouds are sometimes called mare's tails because they resemble a horse tail with... Okay, Jackson.
Cirrus clouds.
Yes. This island nation formerly served as Formosa, formerly known as Formosa, excuse me. And Derek.
Taiwan.
Yes. Which Korean martial art literally means the way of the foot and fist? And Derek.
Taekwondo.
Yes. He helped introduce the federal style, which dominated American architecture until 1820. Name this American... All right, Jackson.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
No. Name this American-born architect who succeeded Benjamin Latrobe in 1818 as architect of the U.S. Capitol, completing it in 1830. Okay, that's going to be Eric.
Alexis de Tocqueville.
No, it's Charles Bulfinch. Bulfinch. Math computation. Solve the following equation for x. The quantity x squared minus 3x minus 10 divided by the quantity x squared minus 4 equals 5/8. Okay, Grace.
X equals 10.
Yes. A rolling stone gathers no bird in the hand, and our dirty laundry is coming home to roost are examples of what grammatical mistake? Okay, Jackson?
Misplaced modifier.
No. Okay, Eric?
Subject verb agreement.
No, they are mixed metaphors. Mixed metaphors. All right, this German physicist was the first person to systematically produce and detect electromagnetic radiation in a wavelength range today known as X-rays. Name this man who. That is Jackson.
Röntgen.
Yes. It began as a national society, but by the mid-1800s, its activities were confined to New York City. Okay, Jackson.
The Oneida.
No. And it was primarily associated with the Democratic Party machinery of that city. Identify the society represented in political cartoons of the era by a tiger, whose... And that is going to be Eric.
Tammany Hall.
Eric, you're absolutely right. And that is the last question of the game. All right, so at the end of our 5A state championship game, with a score of 260, Vilonia will be our 5A runner-up, and Morrilton will be the 5A state champion. Congratulations to both schools.
Oh, wow, what a match. Congratulations there to Morrilton. And Bill, the match was really incredible. It included challenges. It was fast moving. Great, great match.
I'm impressed with both teams. They were both very well coached. It was obvious. And even though we had some delays in the game, I noticed the students were remaining calm and they were remaining focused. That also is a reflection of their good coaching. Both these teams are excellent teams, excellent teams. If you played again, the two teams, you couldn't predict the winner.
Very smart kids at both Morrilton and Vilonia. Bill, thanks so much. Let's go back to the University of Central Arkansas for the awards presentation. Carolyn.
Okay, thank you, Don. And let's now find out about our all-tournament team for the 5A classification. We have Caleb Kalkbrenner from Whitehall, Grace Hendricks over here from Morrilton, Jackson Brown from Morrilton, Marin McGilvery from Little Rock Christian, Mason Minden, also from Little Rock Christian, Jackson Douglas of Greene County Tech, George Cook of Pulaski Academy, Caitlin Old over here from Vilonia, Ella Layton from Valley View, Owen Hayes also from Valley View, Owen Hayes, is Whitehall, and Brett Jones is the other one from Valley View, Chris Dye of Magnolia, Lily Broadway of Greene County Tech, Trevor Daddy from Whitehall, Kyle Harvey from Valley View, Maggie Gow from Valley View, Sam Trout of Magnolia, Alex Bratton of Little Rock Christian. And no, I didn't forget you here. Eric Amald, yes, come on up. You are our MVP. All right, now I guess we need to present some trophies for the teams. And the second place trophy goes to Vilonia. Coming up right here. Come on up. Somebody to accept that. Congratulations to Vilonia making second place here. And yes, you will get a check. It will be coming in the mail. For real. And our first place team, now we want to come up. Magnolia. I'm sorry, not Magnolia. Excuse me, Morrilton. It is an M word, though. And our coach here needs to come and get a trophy for his team for first place. And they also will be getting a check in the mail. And we now go back to Dawn.
All right, Carolyn, thank you. Congratulations again to Morrilton and a big shout out to Vilonia. There's a lot more action to come with Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association state championships, so stay right here with us. Up next is the 3A state championship featuring the high schools from Mountain View and Haas Hall, Fayetteville. We'll see you soon.